freshly found cancerous cells eat that young girl's life away, while she painfully awaits a so-called emergency appointment. Now he's been scheduled for 90 more days. They say that's his reign in his way before my mother gave birth to me. But that same old hungry wolf rap in sheep's clothing is what I see. We ain't really about to be free. It's all a myth, just like Aesop's fables without the moral lessons, while innocent people, they steady arresting. No real means to fight back, thrown back on a plantation, masked as a prison, thrown back on a plantation, disguised as probation, this throwback nation, still dragging us around in ropes and chains. Rope chains replace the almighty noose, while we steady finding ways to cope with this systemic abuse, like going to the club every night, getting loose. They want to keep our minds altered enough to care less about what's really happening to us. Collectively run over, and it ain't morning yet, but I'm already hungover, sickened by the general complacency of my people, acceptance of constantly being treated unequal, and I don't care if you're offended by my uncontrolled anger, uncomfortable, viewed as a red sign flashing danger. This country ain't no big comfy manger, ain't wrapping us in no swaddling clothes of security, of freedom and surety, ain't no guarantees it won't be you unjustly in a cell block tomorrow, or your daughter or son shot down by the so-called protectors and servers, leaving you with endless sorrow, no recourse and reach, not even to borrow. And when given the precious opportunity of having a voice, our choice is to rap about stolen diamonds and fat asses, while our brothers are stuck without get out of jail free passes. Do not pass go, do not collect $200, because we ain't even close enough for Park Place or Broadway to hear us holler. Still working our way around the American Monopoly Board, with the rich and wealthy constantly giving more and more, while prayers for prosperity is the only alternative for the poor. Have you ever noticed how in Monopoly, the jail is sitting at that first corner, right after Baltic and Oriental? You know, that cheap property that no one in the game wants to buy, because it'll never be worth anything, even after being smothered and covered in houses and hotels. The hood. We live in the game we can't win because we ain't been trained too good, don't have the resources we should, still fighting for the same things our counterparts say we could have if we just stop focusing on the past. It's history. But when I speak to my brothers behind concrete walls, it's his story, and his story, and his story that confirms it's still our present reality, just with new outfits, updated whips called triggers, and no more brown bag tests for house niggas. Nowadays they come blacker than Wesley Snipes, following genocidal orders without a single groan or gripe or whine, because they wouldn't want to lose that place in the Cracker Barrel line, waiting not even for a whole slice of that day-old American pie, but only entitled to the crumbs left up for grabs. Forget whichever sister or brother ends up spending their last to pay that house nigga's tab, because even the scraps ain't free, not for him and not for me. Open your eyes and you'll finally see this ain't no fairy tale democracy, maybe fairy tale like once upon a time. This idea of equality rested in the minds of our great leaders, systematically assassinated, because ironically exercising your First Amendment right to free speech happens to be a crime, conflicts with your only right, that is to remain silent. No protest, not even non-violent. You have the right to remain silent. The right to remain silent. Remain silent. Hush, little Negro, don't say a word. Master's gonna buy you a mockingbird. Thank you. This last piece I'm gonna close out with is